Hey guys! So, I've made this video before in multiple forms. One of them got deleted. But it's something that I want to talk about again. And that's the social side of music school. I've mentioned it in passing in other videos, but I think it deserves its own. So that's what we're gonna do today. I've said this a million times before. Music school is like high school. There's drama, there's stupid stuff, it's gonna happen. There's really zero chances of you avoiding the rumor mill, especially if you actually are doing what you're supposed to be doing and getting gigs and things like that. People are gonna talk. It's really hard sometimes to not let it get to you, and I understand that. But no, everything passes. You will not be the center of attention for your entire degree. Other people will do things that people will find more newsworthy, and then they'll move on to that. And in the meantime, hold your head high and keep going, because it will pass. That being said, I know how much it sucks, especially when it's rumors and not gossip. When it's things that you didn't actually do, it's worse. And I know, and I've been on the wrong side of a few of those. And I don't really know what to tell you how to deal with it. It's just keep your head down, keep working, and it'll pass. And your professors will never hold it against you. They all know what it's like, and they all have been through it, and they won't react to it in any way. That being said, you can avoid some of this by really keeping your private life private. And that's not to say you can't tell your friends and that you shouldn't tell people things, but if someone you don't know very well is asking you about your life, chances are they're looking for gossip, and don't give it to them. They don't need to know. And that's the policy I've lived by since I didn't and ended up the subject of a very, very, very large, very unfortunate rumor mill. And it was true, but that doesn't mean I want the entire school, plus schools outside of mine, to know about it. And that unfortunately happened. So, your life is your own. You aren't required to tell anyone anything. And if people are asking, then you can just tell them it's not your problem. It's not your business. I'm not going to tell you. And that leads to dating. Dating musicians is amazing. They actually understand what you're doing. They aren't going to pressure you to hang out with them when you need to go practice. Like, they're gonna get it. But there's also this thing where you're working with them in very close quarters. And none of these relationships are guaranteed to last. So, one, you have to realize that if you break up, you might still have to work with this person professionally. You might still have to work with this person professionally in very, very small groups, like chamber groups kinds of things. And you aren't gonna be able to avoid the person. Like, if you break up and you need some time to get over them, chances are they're gonna be in your face for the rest of time because they go to school with you. And if you can handle that, that's great. But you have to go into a relationship with a musician at your school knowing that. And honestly, I don't try to. I honestly don't want to date music majors. I have, and I don't rule it out, but I would be much more open to a relationship with a non-musician, just because I don't have to deal with the aftermath. And for me, especially with what I want to do and with new music, it's all about connections and it's all about reputation. And I don't want anything to color my reputation that I can't control. And that might be a really unhealthy outlook, but it's something that I've decided myself, and it's something that's caused me to make decisions based on that, and that's fine. I've stuck to it, and that's my decision, and everyone else can have a different opinion, and everyone else can have a different policy, but kind of having a policy and having an idea of what you want is really important. And that being said, when I do date music majors, I try to keep it as quiet as possible. It's my life, it's my personal life, and it's my relationship, and the people who need to know, and the people I want to know, but I'm not gonna advertise it. It won't be on Facebook necessarily, it won't be something I talk about all the time. It's just something that's in my life, and I'm happy about, and if it ends, it ends, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, it's my life, and it's my relationship, and I'm not required to tell anyone about it. And that's really worked out well for me because I don't get asked about it. People aren't constantly badgering me who I'm dating and things like that, because no one really knows, and everyone knows that I won't talk about it. And I don't know, you can take it as you will, and if you want to tell the world, great, that's fine. Just know that you will have to work with this person if it doesn't work out. And that can be really hard. But no one's gonna take the excuse of, I can't work with him, he's my ex-boyfriend, or she's my ex-girlfriend, or we hooked up and now it's really awkward. Like, that's not an excuse. And I mean, the same kind of goes for friends, too. Like, you obviously need friends to get through the insanity that music school is. I'm not ever telling you to be a hermit. But pick your friends wisely. Pick ones that support you and that actually respect what you want to do and respect what you are trying to do. Because it's really hard to be friends with people who aren't supportive and who are, in fact, working against you. I've recently encountered a lot of backlash towards me being contemporary focus, and have had experienced a lot of people bashing what I love. And it's really difficult to hear. And my great friends don't do that. And so it's a sign that, okay, these people are not people I really want to spend time with. Though people are obviously I will deal with, and I will be cordial to, and I will work with as professionally as I can, but they're not people I want in my inner circle. And that's totally fine. And I think that's the last point I want to make for this video is, no matter what happens, who you date, who you have a falling out with, who you're friends with, who you aren't friends with, you have to be professional. Always. Because that's how the music world works. There will be people you don't like that you will have to work with. And you kind of just have to get used to that. Professionalism will get you everywhere. And being well-liked will get you a lot. So, don't make enemies. Just put your head down, do your work, live your life, and try not to let it get to you. Easier said than done, and I will be the first to tell you that it is easier said than done, but I hope that is helpful in some way. As always, if you guys have video requests, let me know, and I will see you next week. If I can ever get this video to end.